What's up, everyone? It's Absol. Today I'm answering the age-old question,
how do you play FireRed with boxing gloves on?
But before we get to that and fight Blaine wearing boxing gloves, I gotta talk about these blue gloves in general. I don't normally go into a shiny hunt with a nickname already picked out, but when I knew I was going after Hitmonchan and FireRed and LeafGreen, who gets these mean blue gloves when it's shiny, there's one guy I gotta name it after. My dad, Mr. Blue Gloves. Let's take it over to him to hear how he got this name.
Hello there. JRB Restorations. Prior to being JRB of JRB Restorations, I was known as the original Mr. Blue Gloves. Mr. Blue Gloves, you say? Why would you be Mr. Blue Gloves? Well, in my younger days, when I was an MRI technologist taking care of patients in hospitals and outpatient clinics, I also still loved to work on cars and go to junkyards and see what I could find to help restore and fix classic vehicles. I didn't want to get my hands dirty, so that's when I found these blue gloves. On the weekends, drive over to junkyards to look for parts. I would always have a set of blue gloves in my tool bag so that I can get my hands all dirty, because there's nothing worse than coming into a hospital or into a clinic and having someone with greasy, dirty hands shaking your hand and taking care of you. So I protected them with blue gloves. But how did I get called Mr. Blue Gloves? Well, there were 3 places that I frequented quite often and got to know the people that were working in there and owned the facility. At least every other weekend, I was in there searching for parts. And it got to the point where one day I walked in and I said, "Good morning." And they looked over and they said, "Good morning, Mr. Blue Gloves is here." So I became Mr. Blue Gloves. And to this day, I still wear my blue gloves because they keep my hands clean, and I'm Mr. Blue Gloves, also known as JRB of JRB Restorations. Thanks.
And that's my dad, the real Mr. Blue Gloves, JRB Restorations. He makes videos too about classic cars. He's the most knowledgeable guy that I know about that kind of stuff, and he's awesome because he's my dad. So go check out his channel and subscribe to him, or I'm going to punch you in Minecraft. Happy early Father's Day, Dad. I know you're watching this. Thanks so much for recording that for me. Now let's talk about the hunt for Mr. Blue Gloves, the Hitmonchan. This hunt took a while, and no, I did not hunt it wearing boxing gloves. After an insane luck streak throughout this entire badge quest, this felt like the real equalizer hunt, the one that went to absurd numbers. Will this finally be the first shiny that the Japanese game finds? Let's find out.
I decided I'd check out with Heatran and spend yesterday working on the video. I had a lot of fun with that video. I watched Catherine's Dustox video and I felt really inspired to make sure it was more than just a regular compilation, you know? I love telling stories with shinies and stuff. It's really time consuming. Yeah, the fights were really awesome in it, but I feel like it doesn't respect the player's time, which is a sentiment that I've seen from a lot of people. And I think the ultimate lack of respect from time doesn't even come from the repetitive grind of getting points and stuff. It comes from the fact that there's autosave that's forced. And it feels like people get the most enjoyment out of the DLC by bypassing that autosave whenever a donut gets made. And to me, that's just bad design. If the entire RNG system is something that has to be save scum for you to enjoy it in the first place. Hey, what's up, Marker? I've been obsessed with the Pokemon Learning League videos after finding that little magazine article about it yesterday. Shiny Hitmonchan! Shiny Hitmonchan, Mr. Blue Gloves! On the top left game! 25,055! The Learning League brought it in! Oh my gosh! That was so fast! First 5 minutes of stream! Did I say it was fast? I mean, it was fast for today's session. I was ready to sit down for a few hours. Mr. Blue Gloves. I trained him up in his very best stat, Special Attack. Because Fire Punch, Ice Punch, and Thunder Punch are all special moves in Gen 3. Things are about to get interesting here. Blaine's Gym. Call me Mr. Blue Gloves. How do I even pick up this Pro Controller? Oh. This is the strat. Look at this. Look at this. This is insane. Alright, so we go up. Alright. Let's take a quiz. Alright. Get it right and the door opens. Get it wrong and face a trainer. Alright, let's do this. Caterpie evolves into Metapod. Yes! I'm absolutely correct. Let's go. I thought the thumb part here would disconnect and be a little bit more tactile. It's joined together. I had no idea they were joined together. Alright. So, now... Alright, okay. There's the second guy. And the third guy. This is a double whammy, so I gotta make sure I input the buttons right here. Pokemon quiz, get it right and the door opens to the next room. Get it wrong and face a trainer. Let's do this. Come on. There are 9 certified. Let's go! I'm impressed that I'm not, like, accidentally punching all 4 face buttons at once, which would result in a soft reset. The control stick is super handy too. I don't think I'd be able to do this with a D-pad. Poliwag evolves 3 times. No. Oh, what if that becomes wrong one day? What if that's why we don't have Mega Poliwrath or Politoed? That would be a pretty crazy revision. Alright. Are electric moves effective against ground-type Pokemon? I'm punching that in. No. They don't work. Oh. Oof. My grip. My grip. Okay. Check out this stick movement. My stick jabs. Alright, Pokemon quiz. Yes, they're not identical. Natures. EVs. IVs. Moves. Ribbons. These little quiz machines kind of look like robot faces. Tombstoney, my favorite move. But it's not real. I want it to be. It needs to be. If any Pokemon learned Tombstoney, it would have been Houndstone. And here we go, the Quizmaster himself. Let's fight Blaine. Ha! I am Blaine, the Red Hot Gym Leader. You better have a burn heal. I have blue gloves. I have blue gloves, Blaine. Alright. Growlithe. As they say in the Pokerap. Alright. Intimidate. That's gonna be tough. But we are max attack. Sky Uppercut. Alright. Alright. Pretty good start. Pretty good start. Level 64. Ponyta. I precisely pressed the B button that time. New tech unlocked. Alright. Sky Uppercut. We don't need move animations. I am the move animation. I just need to make sure I don't press all 4 face buttons. That would be sad. Pressed B again. I pressed B again. Alright, let's punch it in. Once again. I don't even know if that's proper uppercut technique. It's probably not at all. Alright. Arcanine. We're gonna get hit with the Intimidate again, but I'm more intimidating, low-key. Alright. Ooh. Fire Blast coming through. That's fine. We did it. We have defeated Glaine. Glaine? Who's that? Wearing boxing gloves. Burned down to nothing. Not even ashes remain. We did it.